getting dicey.
Look, you can't win them all. You can't win them all.
Well,
I'd settle for
what do you
half, to be honest.
one.
Just one. Just one.
Just once.
Just once. Okay, let's get in some Sirenscape sounds going here.
Ooh.
Some general temple ambience. Bill, you've been watching the others sort of almost like take turns freezing at each of these amber blocks. But it was the Baron sort of detailing his experience that piqued your interest, and the more time that went on, the more that you felt that call and finding it harder and harder to hold back that drawing to the amber block. And as they start detailing to each other the others' experiences, it just makes it more and more clear in your head that the amber block you need to be at least understand a little more is the one that the Baron placed his hands on. And you quietly make your way into the room, past the people standing and talking, and place your hands on the amber block in the southern part of the room. And instantly for you, the room just disappears, just blacks out completely. And there is this feeling emanating from this block in front of you of absolute importance. The idea that you can become someone, the most charismatic person that you could ever imagine to be. Men wanting to be like you and women wanting to be with you, and it's just this overpowering joy that you, and a joy that you're getting from it. And this booming voice enters your head, and it just says, "I won't take no for an answer."
Bill just calls back. So what's the catch?
And there's no response. The only response you get from it is that growing feeling of confidence and charm, like you could rule the world. There doesn't seem to be a downside. At least it's not showing you any kind of catch.
I'm just gonna ask: Is this what Strahd got?
And again, there's no response. But that urge, that feeling is just growing and intensifying.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, it sounds like there's other rooms with other gifts in them, or we think there might be.
Yeah, that's right.
From
that's
what
right.
Casimir said, because he's looking for one that'll save. Can't remember his sister's name now.
That's right. He assumes that there's more. He's hoping that there's more. That's for sure.
I'm just gonna reply. Well, gotta be honest, it's pretty hard to turn this down. So I do want that. I do want the fame. I
Okay.
do want all those eyes on me.
There's a feeling in that darkness of a million smiles just growing around you as you voice that. The small dark wisp inside the amber block, it grows to fill the amber, and no longer is that amber block, that amber color. It is now just a smoky blackness. And the color of the amber seeps into your hands and up your arms, and you can just feel this charm and this importance and this charisma just growing up inside of you. And it's so powerful, it makes you just tingle from head to toe as the darkness slowly just evaporates around you. And you find yourself now back in the room with everybody else. What I need you to do, John, it's something with your your character sheet. I need you to adjust your character sheet for me. What I need you to do...
delete it? Because you have died.
Rip it out. Rip it up.
What is your charisma? What's 20. Your charisma roll? What is it?
20.
You need to bump that up to the max it can be, which is 22. I need you to push that up to 22 now. If you were
sweet deal.
Basically, you would have got the boost of 4 charisma points, but it only maxes out to 22. So you are now feeling incredibly charismatic. But the one thing that you can't get out of your head at this point is just all the times in your life, and they're all just flooding back now. All the times that someone has just said no to you. It's like all of those points from back when you were a child, when you were taken from your family, when you were put into slavery, when you were trying to beg your slavers to let you go into, or to help build you up. All of the no's that you got, they are just in your head. And that's all the no's that you've had since you're adventuring as well. Even some of the no's you've received from here in Barovia. Like, how dare the storekeeper in the town of Barovia say no when you wanted to take his nephew out? All you can think of is all of the no's that you've been told, and it's almost drowning out the ambience of the room around you. And I'm going to need you to put onto your character sheet as well that you now have, and maybe forever now, a character flaw that says you will not take no for an answer.
I won't take no for an answer. How dare they? How dare they say no to me?
The rest of you now see Bill just removing his hands from the amber block, having been frozen for a few seconds.
Are you all right, Bill?
I feel great,
son.
I feel great. And you know what? He even looks pretty fucking good right now. There is a shine to his hair. There is a glint in his eye. This guy looks just more charming. Like, Bill's a charming guy, but I don't think he's ever looked this charming, especially in the torchlight of the dreariest, most evil-feeling temple any of you have ever stepped foot into.
You feel fine?
Wait.
What did you see?
I feel the same thing as what Baron saw. All eyes on me.
What the evil voice thing, Bill?
Oh, about not taking no for an answer.
No, the voice that talked about the being popular. That voice.
Yeah.
And it sounded quite evil, didn't it?
Yeah, it sounded pretty evil. It was definitely older.
You didn't take it, did you, Bill?
Older.
I mean,
it sounded older.
Mature.
I don't know if I'd call all old people evil, but I mean, it could have been an old one. I'm not sure.
Mature one. What? So what did you say yes to the?
I did.
And you're all right?
I feel great. I feel better than
Maybe
ever.
we should all go and get a dose of this if he feels it. Look how good he looks as well.
I know. And then this torchlight.
Get out, Bill.
Yeah, the warm lights really do compliment a face like mine.
I'm going to pinch your shoulder. He's buffer. He's feel how firm the shoulder is.
Am I right?
I can't believe you've done this, Bill. I can't believe you've done this, Bill. Have you not just made a pact with Dark Ones? Are you feeling okay about that? I'm quite worried about what is going to happen to your eternal soul and all of that.
I mean, he didn't say anything about that.
He wouldn't, would he? He's dark. He's evil.
Yeah. That's how they get you.
The fine print.
So there's no problem then. Just the
It doesn't
just the
say.
plus.
There doesn't seem to be any. I currently have no problems.
I think you might. I want you to roll, but I want you to roll a deception roll. And if anyone doesn't believe what Bill is saying, you're welcome to roll an insight roll.
I will.
I will roll an insight.
Take him at his word.
Why would Bill lie? He's so handsome.
Not exactly.
I've rolled a
Not
19 plus
independent.
4.
Meat speeds.
Damn, that's a meat speeds.
Ooh.
So Baron, you sort of eye him up, and you're sort of just taken by his charm a little bit, and it makes you think about like what was on offer, and you're just like, I mean, shit, he got it. You, American, you notice something is on his mind. There's clearly something on his mind that's a little hidden underneath the current exterior.
I sense a darkness in you, Bill. I hope that we do not all live to regret this choice. You now have a lot more in common with Strahd, you know.
I mean, I don't feel like eating anybody yet or kidnapping brides or. I mean, I feel good. I feel worthy.
Yeah, American, we've all been around Barovia and the wider realms long enough to know that there's magic around that, is not necessarily bad all the time. We've all had moments of inspiration.
One does not generally get miracles given to them for free in this world. Know this. I'll be watching you, Bill, and I shall be keeping an eye on you. I'm so sorry that you've made this decision. It does not bode well. It's not weal. It's woe. If I must be honest, it's not weal.
It's not real. I agree. And I think you've set a bad example for Casimir.
Yeah.
Because he was already
Yourself
one.
down.
I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed, Bill. But you do look good.
Impressionable young Casimir.
And he does look good. Now you're looking, his skin, not that it had many blemishes before, it's just completely blemish free. He's looking pretty good.
Who's hotter, Bill or the corpse bride that was being sewn together for Strahd, who you really laboured over how hot she was as well?
It depends who you ask, really, doesn't it?
Bill or the abbot? He's abbot
abbot
levels of
level.
hotness.
Yeah. So where to?
Morley's going to wonder to himself, well, maybe the abbot's been up here in the not too distant past.
Well, I'm still not persuaded. I don't think it's a good idea to touch these things, and I hope that you're lucky and nothing bad comes of this, Bill. But these are obviously, they're called Dark Ones for a reason, because they're evil. I think that's why they're called. And Casimir,
Yes.
you were going nuts you were going to try and touch this one down here and touch that one there. I didn't realize you were going to make a deal with the devil at the first drop of a hat.
I'm not saying I will, Baron.
Well, it looked like you were.
I was wanting to know what gift was inside.
No, but if one came up that would bring back your sister,
Baron,
you would do it.
the sins I have put onto this world. If I have to give my own life, if I have to become a horror to bring my sister back to life, then I shall become one.
But I can understand you giving up your own existence, but what if it affects others around you? Look at these freaks with the 3 eyes. They obviously made a pact with this dark one to the north, which has 3 eyes. And what do they say? Oh, you'll be able to climb on walls. Okay, we'll make a pact for that. Didn't say, well, you can't leave the room. You can only walk on these walls, and you're going to turn into a 3-eyed freak. So that wasn't probably mentioned. Okay, so if you make a deal, just beware. It probably comes with some fine print.
I give you my word, Baron, that any deal that I take, should I take one, I will ensure you are all well out of reach before I do so.
How are you going to do
Well,
that?
hang on a minute. We're standing 3 feet away from you when you were about to do the last one.
I didn't know. I wasn't just going to take one. I was seeing what was in them.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. Once you're in there, you can't see anything around you. And if you do it, who's to say what the side effect is? You know, it might be like you turn into a vampire and you must murder all your friends. Well, this is what happened to Strahd.
Well, was it?
Something like, yeah.
That was the exact thing that happened to Strahd.
That is known as the curse of Strahd.
Casimir is nodding, his eyes kind of like looking around the room as he's thinking about. It's like he's calculating the odds of what it could be. Yeah.
The maths flying around his head.
Baron, I can't promise you that I won't accept something from this temple if it means my sister is returned.
Just
What if she
remember
comes
this,
back and she's a
Casimir.
freak?
The house always wins.
Yeah. I wish I had a pithy response like that. That's what I wanted. I could have just said that and it was done.
But what was it that you said, Baron? Something
It
about
took
a
about
freak?
10 minutes, so it's fucking yabbering on.
Look, it looks like your friend Bill here is fine.
Yeah, we're all like, Bill's the one who's taking a gift, and we're just like on Casimir's balls the whole time. Bill's
Yeah,
just
but,
like,
I
sweet as
mean-
buddy, you do you, boo.
Well, look at him. You can't say no to this guy.
Casimir, boo, you do you.
And his cheeks go a bit rosy.
I am deeply troubled by this, and I must say to you all, please, I do not know if I am strong enough to resist such temptations on my own. If it comes to light that one can bring back another, you must hold me back from that, because I do not know that I can trust myself.
You
Casimir,
too,
Casimir, I am just like you in many ways. I have brought great sadness and a doom upon my own life, just by actions such as you are describing, the desperate need to bring back a loved one. It leads to nothing but ruin, trust me. And yet, I perhaps would do it again. Do not let me, I beg you.
And Casimir nods. I understand. I understand. The one that you tried to bring back, did they die at your hands?
No, but I felt as if he did.
I saw my sister's life bleed onto the floor and into the dirt in front of me. I would do anything, become anything, to give her back the life I took from her. All I can promise is that I will do so with your safety in mind.
Perhaps I should not be the one to stand in your way. I should not be the first to cast stones by any means. Oh, that's a bit awkward. Didn't you stone her to death? Oh my god, awkward! So sorry, Casimir.
A little bit of
Triggered
faux pas.
as fuck right now.
American, stone is his trigger word.
Like, I should not be the first to cast stones, unlike you.
The first and last.
It's already been cast, isn't it? So you couldn't be the first.
Anyway, anybody else want to get in on some of these gifts? They seem pretty great.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
man.
my salesman now.
If you put it that way. I tell you what, the reason I'm here is I was hoping that we could find a way to stop this curse of Strahd. Sorry for saying the module name again. But
Right, the curse.
But literally, this is where it came from, right? If we can find a way to stop it happening, or some clue as to how to take it away from him, that's why I'm here. Not to get fucking special powers or something. Bring back one person. We've got to get rid of. If we get rid of Strahd, then everyone in Barovia can live normally.
Exactly.
Make a good point,
Brian.
Baron. We're not here for ourselves. We're here for the greater good. Bill.
But I mean, the gifts might be useful to get rid of Strahd.
Maybe if there's like a anti-vampire one, maybe we should say yes.
He can't be charmed though, so.
Yeah. Might be useful to be charming. Maybe not. I don't...
Charming.
Yeah, that'll
Could be.
So, Morley, did you see any more of these blocks when you were investigating this temple?
No, I didn't. I didn't even see these ones. I was over the other side, you remember. We haven't been where I was floating about yet, so I don't know. Maybe there's more, maybe there's not. Maybe it's best if we don't even know, Casimir.
If we do come across it, are we going to let Casimir try to make this deal?
I guess he's a grown up. In some ways, it's up to him, but I hope that he rethinks it because, I'm sure his sister will come back to life, but she'd be like a potato or something. It'd be some sort of twist.
I'm not sure if the Dark Ones play those kind of games, but you never know. So where to next?
Onward. Come on, I don't like being here any more time than we have to be.
Yeah.
We need to get through here, find what we can, and get the hell out of here.
Just remember, if I get an uneasy, distrustful look in my eye, grab me and hold me back and make sure I come back to my senses. Promise me.
Are you talking about making a pact?
Yes.
So you definitely don't want to make a pact?
I fear I will lose control and make a pact I will regret.
Okay. Hear that, skeletons? Right. They do.
Oh, they do. Very good.
They will attempt. You'll probably murder them, but they will get the goal.
Okay, you each sort of leave this vault. There's a little bit of unease.
Little bit.
In regards to what's gone down. There's probably a little less trust in Casimir at this point, as well as probably more from Mirakin on Bill is just like an uncertainty of what has been left inside Bill. What was the trade-off?
I have a question about that.
Sure.
Because you got me to roll deception, but I had assumed I didn't know I couldn't say no. So I wasn't trying to lie.
Oh,
I was just saying, like, I feel great outwardly.
Yeah.
Like, do I know that I literally can't say...
Oh, no.
Anybody say no to me?
Wait, so you don't specifically know that someone can't say no to you, but when someone says no to you from now on, it is going to consume you.
It's not.
And he was aware he felt that darkness in his heart, right? So that would be what he was trying to conceal, right? Because he's like, I feel great, but then he's got like the sense of vengeance in his heart now.
So when you're got all of these things running through your mind of every time anyone's ever said no, but then you turn around and say to your group, I'm feeling fine, then we're going to get you to roll deception, I guess. It's that kind. So it's not that John can't say no, and it's not that Bill can't say no. It's that Bill can't handle people saying no to him now.
Yeah.
What if it was that John couldn't say no? That would be scary.
In real life, that would be bad.
Does that answer that for you?
Sort of. So, because I didn't I think the way that I'm thinking about it is I feel great, and I have everybody's got bad memories, right?
Sure.
But I've just felt these memories more acutely.
They're like they're kind of filling your head at this point, and probably will for the next like 5 or so minutes.
Okay.
Like they've all been resurfaced all at once. Just this feeling of all of them at once.
Okay.
And if you ask for orange juice and someone says no, will you just fly off the handle?
Yeah.
Is that what you expect to happen?
Well, I mean, I would. I'm Bill, right?
Bill,
So
not John.
Yeah, Bill will fly off the handle.
No, but what I'm no, because Bill doesn't really fly off the handle. He'll convince them.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's not that you fly off the handle. It's that like you might even in Bill's case become more like a car salesman, schmooze and kind of like offer. Maybe you're like, well, what can I get you to do so I can get you to say yes? That kind of thing.
But it must get to a point if they keep saying no,
Then you might.
that you
It's
stab them.
like Baldwin disease.
Yeah. Doesn't mean
If
it doesn't mean
if it gets to that point, they get
No,
us
no,
magic.
it doesn't mean that you'll like want to kill them, but it might suddenly just the sight of them, you never want to be. How dare they say no to you? Get out! You're not worthy of me and my time and my crew. So I'll let you decide on what sort of angle you want to take it, but I will just be making sure that there's a reminder throughout from here on in. This is Bill now.
Great. That's exactly how I had envisaged it. Thank you.
Okay, cool. And with that, you all head back through the crumbled room and up the stairs, with the only torch, or the only light being from Terrence, I think, is still alive with his torch in
Yes.
hand. But you did lose one skeleton down there as well.
Yes.
Oh, did you want to reanimate any of the ghasts?
Yeah, I might get them to carry some gas with them, so we have a maximum.
Okay.
I think we've got 6 living skeletons, and they can carry another 4. Well, we've got 2 busted skeletons. I'll bring 2 other ghasts.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. I'm just sorry, I'm counting how many you've got. So you've lost. Who do you remember who you lost? Was it Paddy Holly?
Yes.
No, Petty Hole.
I know.
Okay. All right. I'll get you. So, all right. We'll move you guys back up stairs onto the upper floor. You'll see your 5 skeletons there. You should do anyway. And just keep a note that you're dragging or they're carrying some of these ghasts. Are they carrying the dead skeleton as well?
Yeah, so there's 2 dead skeletons and 2 ghasts. They
Okay.
can just drop them if they need to.
Okay, cool. All right.
One of them is that wizard, I think. From
Oh, right. Okay, good to know. Okay, yeah, you get to the top of the stairs, and the torchlight fills back up that room that you ventured into with the broken statue and the candles lying on the ground. And Casimir is almost leading this at the moment, trying to stay sort of more ahead of the group as you make your way back upstairs. And there's a sort of a bit of a reminder that just outside of these doors of this room, that there's a big open area. So I can't remember, we haven't talked about this for a long time now, but just on the opposite side of this room is a landing, which is above a just completely dark foyer area. From what you know of this area is that there's this enormous statue with a complete cloud of black darkness over the head of the statue, which Morley sort of detailed to you at some point.
Black cloud. Does it look like the wisps in the coffin?
It doesn't.
Off a guy.
It's like a complete lack of anything over the. It's almost like a black hole. Where literally no light.
What do you think that is? Anybody?
You what?
What do you think this
Magic.
darkness is? Can I try arcane on it? See if I know anything about that, or
Yeah. Give me
very
a.
unlikely.
Give me an arcane. So you step out onto the landing. There's only enough light coming from this torchlight.
23.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That is good.
Plus 9. 14 plus 9. That's a hell of a modifier.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a quick look here. It looks like it. Well, no, you recognize it almost instantly. Even though there's not much light to this room, that complete void, and there's like a magicalness to it. It looks like it's like the darkness spell, like has been cast around the head of that statue.
Darkness. Okay. It's the darkness spell. I had that one.
Yeah. So let me just give you some info on that. You know that it can be removed or dispelled, I should say, since it is just a magical spell. You know it's only a second level spell as well. And it's normally used to stop something from seeing or to hide something completely.
Is it a concentration spell, Brian? Does that mean there's someone here?
It is a concentration spell. But if a wizard was to cast one, normally it would be a concentration spell. But there might be the ability somewhere on this plane to cast it indefinitely.
Yeah, some powerful magic here. So it's either stopping this statue from seeing, or stopping us from seeing something strange. It's head.
Can you dispel
Clearly
it?
stopping us, isn't it?
I can't. I don't have dispel magic. It's not a spell I have.
Morley, could you use your mage hand to see if there's something inside to grab?
Oh, like a blind person feeling a face.
Yes.
I could, but I don't get the sensations from the hand. But I can... What if it...
Yeah, there's no way to really communicate
worried-
with the hand, is there?
I'm worried if I send the hand out into the darkness, either something will happen to me by proxy, or I could knock something off the top of the head that's very valuable. I don't know, maybe it's a trap or a trigger or something.
I do think I get the sense of a trap. Right.
But what if it's hiding a valuable artifact?
Aha,
Something that could be the secret. What we're looking for.
a jewel.
A book telling us all about how Strahd got cursed. I don't know.
I've seen a book in here. It's not up there though. It's in a case with a false bottom.
What if I sent Runs in and... No, not my baby. Send one of the skeletons.
Oh, that's very harsh of you.
I could... What if I busted wind into it and see if anything rattled around?
You might be right. Well, what we need perhaps is light. I don't have light
We're
What
really
about-
either.
What about my blade? Wonder if I
Yes.
could get my blade out, not
Yes.
a euphemism, and wave it around and see if it irradiates through
Yes,
that darkness.
do it. But would you have to climb up on this clearly cursed statue?
No,
I'm gonna be holding it
Oh.
out. Just trying to get some light to pierce through the darkness, but that
Does
doesn't
it-
seem like it's gonna work.
does your light counter? Because it needs something specific to counter actual magical darkness.
No, I don't think it
Really?
does. I've not owned it that long, to be fair. Maybe I'll give it a go.
It's the best we got right now.
Oh,
Alright,
don't you
Molly
have some
takes
kind
out
of
his hilt.
light-based artifact, Bill?
I have the...
Talismans.
It's really more for turning undead and that kind of thing. Holy symbol of Ravenkind.
That does sound good because this place is unholy. We could counter it.
Yes. But yes, use a sword. We must. I have a craving to know what is hidden behind that darkness. Surely something we need.
What's the
Or certain doom.
what is the range of like the radius of light that this blade creates? I'm just gonna have a quick look at that just to see if you're able to get close to the edge of this landing.
Can it cast the light spell?
I don't believe so. It just when you make the blade appear, it casts bright light. So I'm just taking a quick look. It's 15-foot radius and dim light for an extra 15 feet. So bright light for 15 feet and then dim light for another 15 after that. So where you're standing, you might have to line yourself up, but you would definitely, with bright light, shine a light over easily half of what you assume is the head of the statue.
Seems easy done.
Okay.
Right? I'm going to do it. Maybe everyone be on alert in case I do inadvertently trigger something. I don't know, like some arrows or something.
Or the statue's just particularly ugly. We see it. You know, it's like someone has tried to do up some church art. And
they're just
done
like...
a fair job of it that they cast darkness on it.
All right, I'm going to ready
Right.
Thorn Whip if anything attacks us. I will strike it down.
All right. Morley holds out his hilt and kind of wills this blade into existence and it shoots out.
Shoots out and a blinding light radiates out from it, and it takes a little bit to get your vision back just from how dark it's been in this temple. And you can see a big chunk of the statue now lit up, casting this wide shadow across onto the walls on the other side of the room. The darkness is being pushed back, so you're now seeing half of the face of this statue. And as the light sort of starts dimming, it doesn't wipe away the entirety of the darkness. It's still on the other side of the face of the statue. What you can see from this angle is a pretty nondescript face. It's like, it looks kind of godlike, I guess. Like, it looks like it's being perfectly carved to look as godly as possible. And the one thing that stands out from this point is that where the eyes have been knocked out. So there are holes on where the eye on your side of the statue that you can see is gone, and there's a little bit of light seeping into there. And you think, just because it's a weird angle, that side profile view, you think you saw something move within it, but from the angle you're in, you're not 100% sure. And then you look a little bit longer, and there's no further movement. The light that's being cast from this doesn't fully light up because it's like a 40-foot tall statue here. And you're a little bit beneath the head height at this point, and you're lighting up the majority, but not all of this statue with the light coming from the sword.
I saw something moving.
Did you see that? Did you see that? There's a flicker of something in there. It's got its eyes gouged out. Hideous.
Like holes
Yeah.
with things inside.
Sort of like chipped away. Well, I thought I saw a flicker of something, but maybe it was just a light bouncing around.
And it's like the darkness and the light from your sword are almost fighting with each other, trying to push back. But where that strongness of your light turns to dim light, that seems to be the border of where the dark and light are fighting. And that angle that you're at, it looks like the head is completely hollow.
Oh, the Statue of Liberty.
Just tourists inside.
We could put on our Walkman and listen to the tourist tape. Well, what, Morley? Do you think you could flip over there and put your sword into the hole of the eye?
I will say, by the way,
No,
I will say, because
I don't
of the,
want to do that.
Did you say that to Bill?
because of the size of the statue, I don't want you thinking these are small little eye holes. They're like 2 foot wide eyes. These eyes are huge on the statue, right? So they're decent sized eyes that have been knocked out of the statue.
2 foot wide.
Wait, wasn't there a fiend living here or something? Oh no, that was old
Chicklet, or whatever his name was.
Chickles?
cowardly piece of shit.
That cowardly piece of shit's chicken fiend.
Yeah, that was it. I don't feel good about getting up close and personal with the Baron. I'm sorry.
What? With the Baron?
I don't feel good about getting up close and personal with the statue.
Well, you've Freudian slipped your way into just, now I know how you feel. All right. Chickles was his name, Chickles. by the way.
I say there's a mystery
going
here to
on?
be solved. We came here for answers, and I'll have them. What if I turned into an animal? I could crawl in through the eyes.
You wouldn't be able to see. You would be blind.
Can I get? It seems like you're all very much taking in this statue at this time. Can I get a perception roll from each of you?
Yes, don't forget to say your modifiers.
Okay. Perception.
I've rolled a 5 plus 8 for 13.
I rolled something, but make sure.
I got an 18 all up, which was a something plus 9. 9, that'll be.
Oh, no, I've rolled it multiple times. I rolled a 19 plus 0.
And I'll get one from Bill as well. Oof.
Cracker.
Oh wait, rolled a 1 do 20. So there we go.
1, 2, 20. Oh, you're muted, Bill.
17 total.
17
So plus
total.
4.
Okay, good. Baron, you're all looking at this, and Baron, you're kind of now that you've, I don't know, maybe it's the fact that this whole place has sort of been about wizards and stuff. You've taken a bit more of an interest to finding out if there's any telltale emblems or signage or badges or something that's been added to the statue, and you're looking at all over where this light is touching it. And as the light sort of dims off, and you're peering into the dim light just before it reaches darkness, right near the bottom of what's visible on the back of this statue, you see what looks to be some sort of door.
Huh?
Like just the top of the door, right at the back.
Back
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah, it's like
By its feet.
Big door.
by the its butt flap of the.
Is it?
Yeah.
A back door? Bit on the nose.
No, it's at the base.
You're right. A bit on the back.
And I think
Okay.
as you point that out, Morley, you move the sword a little bit to change focus from the head of the statue down to the back of it, and you see it. You all see now at the very base at the back of this
Illuminate
thing
the posterior.
looks to be a small door.
Look at the junk. And the trunk.
How high up are we? Like we're on a balcony right now.
Yeah, you're about 30 feet up from the bottom of this.
Would we be able to clamber down the sides
Oh,
to get
dear.
to the base?
Like the sides of the like leap onto the statue and
I was thinking like clambering down the sides of the balcony to get to the ground floor.
I mean, yeah, there's not much to grab onto it. It's a thick stone flooring, and there's a couple of pillars that are under the lip of the landing that you're on. Maybe 3 sort of stone pillars. You could definitely give it a try. It wouldn't be easy. They look very smooth. It doesn't look like it'd be easy to grab onto.
We could just run around down that corridor. We killed that thing, didn't we?
The golem, you did.
The golem. Morley killed it.
I'm not going to say no. If you want to try to give it a go, it would be a very specific roll, but you risk a 30-foot fall.
As long as I don't have to use a rope. Fine.
That's
Sure, if you
very
had a
scary.
rope, you could just do the rope, I guess.
I have a rope.
Not this rope shit again.
I
I
see.
mean, we're
Might have
probably
some
going to do
influence
worse
on
with the rope than we would otherwise.
I'll meet you guys at the bottom. I don't really like heights.
I see us. I'm going to do the same.
Yeah, I'm just going to jog down the corridor with my skeletons.
Fine, we'll do it the
The
boring
decision's been
way.
made.
I'll have your acrobatic fun.
Yeah, you guys are welcome to for a couple of you to try and do that. So what's
Walking. We're doing it the normal way.
okay?
No
Wait.
hijinks to be found.
Wait! I need you guys to slow down a little bit.
And then we complete the mission.
All right, I'm in Strahd's tomb. I've killed him. Done. I walked all the way to Ravenloft.
He wasn't even home when we let ourselves in.
All right, I'm just going to place everyone back at the top of this landing for a bit. Just for now. Because you guys are getting a little ahead of yourselves. You guys make your way back through the corridor where you just destroyed this amber golem and back out onto that opening sort of landing with the staircase going down on either side. You can now hear a little bit of noise coming from that western room. Morley, the one we saw kind of the almost berserker style dressed people. It was the mountain folk or whatever they were called. The crack folk. That's right.
Fucking the crack folk.
What I want to know is going down into this, down these stairs and into the lower floor again. I just want to know an order for which you will venture down.
Well, I'm very impatient, so I'm happy to take the lead.
Terence is happy as well. He's got a torch.
I'm in a summer mood. I'm very impulsive, very impatient, and I'm ready to do business.
Okay. Out of the way, Terence.
Okay. All right. American. I just need to. I'm just taking. Oh, sorry. I just rolled something that I shouldn't have rolled, but you guys didn't see that, so that's great.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You died.
American,
Living in that trap right now.
You walk down the stairway, and it's incredibly dark. You're all sort of heading down. Is it as a group, single file, or you're following down? Like, what are the skeletons doing?
Well, I've laid out 4 skeletons out the front. Terence is the front of the skeletons with a torch.
Yeah.
However, American's gone ahead a bit, and
All right.
I'm like 10 feet behind the skeletons. And we've got 2 on the left as well.
Okay, cool. So what we'll say is American and these 4 skeletons all get to the bottom of the stairway around about the same time. Maybe American hits to the bottom step first, and the group is quietly behind that. But American, out of that darkness, this bolt of electricity just arcs across the room and down into you. And then from you, 3 bolts of lightning just and chain across the skeletons at your side. So I'm just gonna roll
Terence!
something. Can you give me a Dex saving roll, both the skeletons and American?
Yes. And I'm going to use my inspiration
Okay.
in the hopes that it saves me from electrocution, and as rolled horribly with a 7 and a 5.
Okay. How about the skeletons? How did they do in regards to their
I
Dex?
think they get a +2 each. So we've got a 12 +2, a 5 +2, 9 +2, and a 5 +2.
All right. So, that is a fail for everyone. American, that lightning bolt just it strikes you right in the middle of your chest, and just the pain is immediate and severe. You take 47 lightning damage.
Oh my god, I'm not okay.
It then explodes out your back in an arc of 3 and hits 3 of the skeletons next to you on the stairs, doing 47 damage to each of them.
Oh, they're blown into shards, into their bones just fly off from each other.
And now is probably a good time to get you all to roll for initiative.
No. Oh,
Terence.
this is a terrible idea.
Where did that come from, that lightning?
Out of the darkness, the dark shroud around the head of the statue.
From the statue's direction.
From where its head is.
Looks like we could have probably benefited from sneaking up from behind it.
I mean, you've got a point. You do have a point.
Didn't we discuss very early on that it looked like that thing could like shoot something out of it? Like when I came back after that initial recce and the way its hands were positioned.
Don't
I'm
say
sure we
that
had a
now.
discussion about it.
Don't say that now.
Sorry.
Is this like a giant statue of Palpatine? Darth Sidious?
In retrospect, it's probably wasn't the smartest thing.
Well, I would assume that if we're up near it, we would just get blasted, but I guess it's only looking out the front. It's killed 4 skeletons.
Oh, 3. It only killed 3 of them. So there's one kind of near the base of the stairs at the moment, just like with 3 of its friends around it, having just.
Janet survived. She'll have survivor's complex guilt.
yeah. So that's basically the positioning there. So American at the bottom of the stairs and Janet on the stairs behind her. Everyone rolled American. Have we got yours? Or are you not able to?
I have rolled a 4 plus 3 for 7.
Okay, cool. Just add you in.
I didn't have my token selected.
Okay, cool. All right. At the top of the order is Bill. Bill, you've just seen American just get absolutely just smashed by this lightning bolt, and bones from the Baron's skeleton soldiers just explode across the stairwell and into the darkness.
Just gonna yell out, American! And make my way towards her. Does anything happen?
Not on your turn, no.
Oh, good. Seeing that she's not doing super well, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on her at level 3.
Ooh.
Healing her for 17. Man, that wasn't that much. Compared to the 40-something.
Oh, that's pretty good.
What did that take you down to, American?
That the initial lightning blast took me down to 10 HP.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And then I'm just going to say, let's back up, American. And make my way back.
Okay,
to
cool.
the top of the stairs.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, I can't drag her with me, can I?
How much movement do
That
you
would
use?
be an
5, 10,
action,
15, 20,
wouldn't
20,
it?
30. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if you'd be able to. How much movement do you get?
30?
So, I mean, just getting down
Oh,
the
it's
stairs.
it's a whole 30. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have my frame of reference all off. Okay, I can't go anywhere.
All right, so you just run down and
Heal her.
and heal her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Morley, you're next.
Okay. I'm going to take cover behind these railings here, that are kind of looking straight on to the Statue of Doom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. Did I see exactly where that electrical bolt came out of?
Just the darkness of at the head of the statue.
I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at the head of the statue.
Okay. What's the range on that? Because this room is
120 feet.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, give me a roll to hit.
Okay, 24 to hit.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna let that be a hit.
Let it be a hit?
Because this.
Is that because it is a hit?
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna let that be a hit, just because of the situation. It's high enough to be a hit. Yeah, you just shoot into the darkness, so you don't know whereabouts or what's created this bolt of lightning. So you're just firing that scorching ray just into the void, hoping that whatever was inside that is hit by something, and it disappears into the darkness. And you just
I get 3 of these.
Oh, no. Okay, do you roll for each one? You do, eh?
Yeah, I do.
Cool. Give us a roll for the other two.
Cool. That next one was a 9 to hit. I'm going to assume that's no. I'm aiming these all at the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one is a 15 to
All
hit.
right. Okay. That first one is the only one that hits. You just sort of throw 3 of these scorching rays into the darkness, and you can hear 2 of them just impact on something. And there's a moment where you just hear this as it hits something. Was it 9 damage? I'm just gonna roll to check something.
I did not expect that noise. Waller.
Oh no!
You're gone and done it this time.
I'm coming down.
I'm coming down too. Hey.
It's a hit. It is a hit. It does 9 damage to whatever it is inside that darkness. Anything
What
else?
the fuck was that? I'm just gonna hide down behind these railings as I say, what the fuck was that?
Okay. It is the turn of whatever it is inside the head of that. And you hear coming to sort of be shouting out now across this room, just echoing out throughout this thing. You'll be sorry for that!
It's German. Or possibly Austrian.
And sorry, I'm just taking a quick look at
You'll be sorry for that.
that is exactly the sound. That's what he sounds like. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, yeah, I've got what he does here. He says, "You'll be sorry for that." Can I get a dexterity saving throw from? I'm just measuring this out.
Colonel Hogan.
From 2 of the skeletons, so Vargas, Sarah, and Morley.
Dexterity.
Can he
was it?
see me if I'm hidden?
A dexterity. How?
You definitely can.
I mean, like,
Can't see me.
yeah. I mean, you shot like a bright, glowing fireball, and so he's going to be aiming for like where that came from.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not that he's aiming to hit you. He's aiming just for that area.
Oh, same.
Same.
Yeah, that's what I was doing with him.
Yeah. Right. Gotcha. So a dexterity saving roll from Morley and the 2 skeletons. So we got 21 and 17 from the skeletons.
Yeah, Vargas got a 19 plus 2, and Sarah got a 15 plus 2. Vargas is still with us.
Okay, nice. Both of the skeletons save, but they do take 13 fire damage as a fireball just arcs out of the darkness and lands at a point on that balcony and just erupts in an explosion. Morley, you don't dive out of the way, and you take 26 fire damage.
Now, I want to use cunning action here. However, there's a bit of a thing that you might pull me up on. When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack.
You can't see this. You cannot see it.
I thought that might be the case, you
Yeah.
cunning bastard. How many damage was that?
26 fire damage.
26?
Yeah.
Ow! I'm very badly burned.
And you just hear coming from booming throughout this chamber. Baron, over to you.
You dirty bastard! I'm incensed that my skeletons have been attacked from a distance with magic. I'm going to point out my finger, and a mote of flame will fire out in the darkness towards that head and then blossom into a massive explosion. A small sun appears. It's just a fireball.
Are you doing fireball as well? Okay. Yeah, will it do a... So it's a dex saving throw as well?
Yes, here it is. I'll cast it on. They must make a dexterity saving throw of 17.
Okay.
And if they fail, they'll take 30.
They failed with a roll of 9.
30 fire damage.
We are just like back and forth with flame spells here. Why can't I select this guy? Okay.
It's a guy, everyone.
I call everything a guy, so I'm very sexist, I guess. Okay. Anything else from the Baron? Again, just like you see just that magical light puncture through that darkness, and it's like this is the same with your Scorching Rays as well, Adam. As those Scorching Rays punctured through the darkness, you actually see it track just for a quick minute as the darkness wraps back around it, and you can see you saw it, and Baron, you're seeing it now as well, is that standing behind one of those giant eyes is something. You don't really get a good look at it as your fireball like hits, explodes, and again you just hear this "Ow!" coming from within that statue.
I'm just going to yell out for everyone to spread out.
Come closer, I dare you!
Fuck. Okay. No, I'm going to spread out, so I'm not standing next to someone that is using area of effect spells.
Okay, cool.
So Sarah and Vargas will run in behind me through this doorway to the east, and we'll try and get some cover. And Janet will make her way halfway up the stairs, I guess.
Okay, great.
Way up the stairs.
Mirakin, you're feeling pretty sore from that lightning bolt to the chest.
Yeah. She's looking pretty sizzled and burned. Smoke is rising off her head, and she scrambles back up to her feet and holds onto the railing, shaking with rage. Her face is bright red with humiliation and anger, and she just starts screaming. You will regret that, you reprehensible cur! I will obliterate you! I will kill you! And a primal rage clouds over her, and she starts screaming again. Come, my beautiful children of the forest, come to my aid! Tear them all to pieces. And she raises her rod up to the sky and starts summoning a lot of wolf spiders. They materialize from the ether, spirit creatures of the forest. I have summoned 8 giant wolf spiders, and they all start charging towards the origin of the danger.
Ooh.
How many?
8.
It's actually a great isolating clip from the DM. How many?
These incredibly detailed tokens, I guess, are they showing up for you guys or not?
Yes.
Okay.
They look like little Facebook avatar people.
Yeah.
Theatre of the mind.
Yeah. I think that's is that kind of where were you wanting these?
Well, the range is 60 feet, so I'll cast it 60 feet away from me, as close to the source of the danger as possible.
That's pretty close. But they find themselves at the base of like this 40-foot tall. And
I want them fanned out with 5 feet between each of them, if possible. No clumping, guys. She screams.
No clumping.
No clumping! Obliterate them all!
No clumps.
I don't want to see any clumps. I think I might have a few too many. There we go. There's 8.
I just double it. It's fine.
There's 8 there. And for some reason, the main view for the stream isn't updating, which is super annoying. Okay, so 8 of these. I hope you've got the character sheets for them ready for when you're doing
Yes.
stuff.
They are medium beasts.
Okay.
And I have got great news for when they crawl up into those eyes. They are blessed with dark sight.
Okay.
Dark vision.
And they
Blind sight, so they can see in pitch darkness.
But can they see in magical darkness? Which the answer will be no.
A creature with blind
Say
sight
yes.
can perceive its surroundings without relying on sight.
Okay, yes, by all means then. Yeah.
They're like echolocated.
Absolutely then, sure.
Hell yes.
So these things just they materialize on the ground, and they get 40 foot of movement. So they just start scuttling up the sides of this statue towards the darkness. They are completely controlled by you, I assume. So you tell them what to do, where to go. Is that right?
Yeah, it says roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group.
I'm happy for them
So-
just to be assigned to your
Okay.
your turn, unless you
Okay.
wanted them to have their own.
It's fine either way.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll just keep that then. So tell me, so they're scuttling up the side of this thing. They will be able to make it into the darkness and into the head for sure.
In this turn, oh my god. Well,
Yeah.
they've been given the verbal command to tear whatever's in there to pieces, so they're gonna try and do that.
Now, there's only limited space inside this head. So,
Single file, that is.
but there's once. How do we know what the sort of
It's 10
size?
feet
They're
wide.
They might not be able to get inside.
Have you seen
the
spiders
eyes.
though? They can
Yeah,
get
they
into
do that.
frickin'.
Yeah. So that would sort of be considered difficult terrain. They might have to use double their speed to get into half their speed to get into the head itself.
Sure.
So we can say that as it currently is, 4 of them make it inside.
Okay.
It's okay to clump inside the head.
Yeah, you can clump in the head.
Overwhelm them.
So 4 of them, and the other 4 are just clinging around the neck and chest area of the statue.
Okay, cool. So I'll roll attacks with them.
Okay.
So they get a +3 to hit.
Okay, roll, please.
So I've rolled. What have I rolled? A 17 +3.
That's a hit.
I'll roll again. A 19 +3.
That's a hit.
Yes, my children, yes. And a 5
That's
+3.
a miss.
He's a bit on the slow side, that one. Target must make. Well, they take 4. No, they take 1d6 +1 piercing damage.
Do you have one more that you need to roll for? You had 4 in
Oh, were there 4?
Yeah,
Oh, my
yeah.
goodness. I've just rolled 6 damage for one of them.
Okay.
And I've rolled a 4 +3 to hit.
Okay, so 2 of those are hits.
Yes. Oh, I forgot how much admin there is when you bloody do this. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
So I've rolled 6 +1 for the first attack that hit,
And what is that? Just piercing damage, is it?
and a 2 +1 piercing damage for the other one that hits. Now, just to make it more complicated, they have to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
Is this for poison, is it?
Yes.
They're not going to have to roll for that.
Undead.
But what I will get... So what was it? Total damage, sorry? There was a 4 + 2, so just 6 damage?
There's 6 +1 for 7.
Ah, right.
And 2 +1 for 3.
So 10 damage. Okay, cool. There's just like screaming coming from the head of that
Yay.
statue as these spiders just start crawling into and start biting out at this thing inside the head of the statue. And it's enough for this thing to drop this concentration spell on the darkness at the top of the statue. It's still so far off into this darkness at this moment that you still don't really see much of it because your dark vision only goes so far and this temple room is so dark. But where there was like an absolute blackness, there is now just sort of like greys and blacks, and you definitely get the feeling that spell has dissipated. Anything else from American?
I'm going to use all of my movement to run as far as I can back up the stairs.
Okay.
How do I do that? I do that, and I start my classic call of like, protecting me at all costs.
Great,
So I've
great.
just 40 feet to like get back out of sight.
Okay, cool. It is.
Protect what?
Protect me at all costs because I'm
Yeah.
concentrating.
Yes.
Casimir, having seen those spiders crawling up into the statue, he was going to follow suit with Fireball, but obviously now he's a bit more hesitant.
I should think so.
And he's just, what's he going to do now? That's kind of, maybe you might have to just throw out a cantrip, maybe Firebolt. He's pretty apprehensive about what to do. He doesn't want to hurt those spiders, so he aims a firebolt up towards the statue, and it just manages just to hit against the head of the statue and not get into the eye and into the head. And he sort of curses under his breath, and we move over to Bill.
Do the spiders need sound to move around and stuff?
No, I guess they can feel their way around.
Yeah, it doesn't say they need to hear anything for blind sight.
Okay, I'm just gonna yell at the guy inside the thing. I'm just gonna say, "Shut up!" And I'm gonna cast silence.
Okay.
On
Bad
the
voice.
Oh god, how do I? Speaking of being a dad and useless at technology. So no sound can be created within a 20-foot radius sphere, which I'm centering kind of around that head. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it. Casting a spell that includes a verbal component is impossible.
Ah, interesting. That's cool. Okay, that's good to know. I've just put like a little marker on your token just so we know that you're using a concentration spell. So quite often it's easy to forget. So
Cool. And then I'm just going to move back away, I suppose. I don't want to get too clumpy.
okay, cool. Anything else from Bill?
No, that's it.
All right, Morley, over to you.
Yeah, the old spiders up there. I mean, I'm really hesitant to use any ranged attacks. I don't actually think there's anything I can do at this point. I'm just going to crawl away from where I was, just to this kind of part of the railings, and try and hide again to hopefully make sure I'm not a target for the next big fuck off firebolt that comes out of him. Yeah, and I'm just gonna hide,
It's time to crawl away.
Okay, yep. Okay, cool.
as I always say. I'm out of game. I'm just gonna take a quick break to go and top up some painkiller.
Okay, that's all good. We might as well take our break now as well. Since he's got to disappear. Let's do that.
Oh, that silence spell was a great idea.
That is a really, really good idea.
What a perfect implementation. Until it backfires horribly somehow. It seems perfect now.
Yeah, you get so few chances to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This seems to line up super well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because
Silence
usually
and
we're
sleep.
in like
Yeah.
an enclosed, like in a space with close, like melee contact where it would like deafen a friendly and things like that. Eh?
What's the range? What's the radius on it? It's 20 foot.
20 foot.
Oh yeah, of course, that's right. I'm just putting a marker down on the map for now. There we go. All right, let's do this. Cool.
It's also my only spell that would reach.
Right. Yeah, there's a decent amount of distance on this. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. What do you guys think of Bill accepting the darkest gift so far.
Well, what do the viewers think?
I'm pretty keen to know, actually, yeah. Let's put that out to the viewers too. But I'm keen to know what you guys think.
Yeah.
Just as players, I guess.
Yeah.
Not what does your character think, but what do you guys think?
Oh, I think it's interesting. I think John's got a history of making pacts with demons as
Does
well.
he?
Oh yeah.
What?
But I think this one's a bit more mild at it.
By the
Yeah,
way,
actually-
I just want to say, Foolish Fool just resubscribed for 6 months. He says he can't stick around, but hope that you all make it out alive. Love you all. Have a good one.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
6 months. Thank you so much. Is Jo going to do her new dance for you? Perfect. Random thinks it was great. Random thinks it was awesome.
He kills all NPCs though, doesn't he? He's the sort of guy.
Gar said Bill did the billist thing. He approves. That's why I wanted to give you, John, the option to play with that, because you missed out, and I was like, God, I feel like Bill the character. I tried to play that as close to what I feel Bill would have done, which is he knew someone else got that offer, but he wanted to feel what that offer was like, and not just hear about it.
He definitely would have checked it out.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you were going to take it though. I was hoping you were going to take it.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. Just again because it's interesting.
It is, yeah.
It makes
it's interesting.
sense for his
Yeah.
character to do that. It's kind of like one of his driving forces, right? I want to give props to John for being a great player and practicing great out-of-game etiquette by sort of clearing it with us out of game first. He said he didn't tell us he was going to do it, but he said to us, "Would you He wanted to make sure it wouldn't annoy any of us."
That's
and
awesome.
I guess
Okay,
test
that's
the
cool.
waters, and I thought that was really perfect.
That's really cool.
Etiquette for making sure everyone's on board.
Because one of the things I'm worried about when it comes to these the gifts that you guys have seen in that room is obviously now that we've seen John take his gift, there was somewhat of a negative, and you guys all assumed there would be some kind of negative, is taking away that autonomy from you, like saying, I am now changing your character. And taking that away from you, and I know in our session 0, this came up. We talked about character autonomy at one point during session 0, and I've kind of in the back of my mind been worried about what would happen should we get to this point where we have these things.
But you're having the autonomy to take a choice, knowing that you might have negative
Yes.
consequences, which is different to the DM dumping on you for random things that you couldn't have predicted.
Yeah, I guess from my point of view, it was making sure, because the book doesn't do a very good job of detailing what happens when you touch one of the blocks. So I wanted to make sure I did a really decent job of making sure you guys are aware that there's this thing on offer and there's clearly something dodgy. And I needed to make sure you guys were fully understanding of that.
I think I was just going to say, I think the restriction's really cool as well. I don't know if you wrote that or if that's in the module, but I think it's a super interesting restriction because it's the type of character who would take on this thing would also not necessarily just be like, well, fuck you, you can't say no to me, and start bashing people.
Yeah.
So it works really nicely with it.
Yeah. So I can say with that one specifically, it was really hard because it doesn't tell you how to describe it. So the only thing it sort of tells me is, the perk is you get a boost to your charisma of 4 up to a max of 22, and that they get a new character flaw which says I won't take no for an answer. So I was kind of like, how do I let you kind of know that I won't take no for an answer is the negative thing that is going to happen? So having that sort of evil voice.
So they don't tell you to do the voice.
Nothing at all. There's nothing
that's
like
a good
that
way of,
at
that's
all.
a good little hint.
Yeah, a little way to be like, it sounds like he won't take no for an answer. But then but the Baron was just like, I'm an introvert, thanks, I'm out. And it was just like, oh shit, he did take no for an answer. So what does that mean? So yeah, it was fun to sort of play with that.
I think it's an interesting thing to add on to your character anyway, a flaw like that. It's kind of like Call of Cthulhu.
Right, yeah.
Flaws, and they add to your character, really, in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I like that.
Add to the way you play.
What's that, sorry?
Add to the way you play your character.
And that was the biggest thing, was kind of like saying, John, this is a new way you need to play Bill. It's only one part of it, but it will change Bill now in some way. We have a question of the week. What did I miss here? I have a question. Did I miss something, or are players calling Byram Brian? I thought it was Byram, or am I mishearing, or is he too polite to correct the party? Squish says, oh, it's American thing. She did it early on. There we go. It's an in-joke.
Wow, you know the deep lore, if you remember that.
yeah.
And in the deep lore, it is one of his middle names as well.
Yeah.
Isn't his first name Brintel?
Yeah. He's got
But he has
10 middle
3.
names. Yeah.
Oh, 10.
He's got a list of them.
yeah.
And it just happened to be one of them.
Yeah.
I will gift a sub to anyone who can tell me what Brian's full name is in the next 2 minutes. I will happily gift a sub.
Typical.
Yeah, because I have said it before.
You have. I think you've said it a couple of times, but no one's going to get it.
2 years ago? Oh boy.
Yeah. And they all start with B, don't they?
Most of them, yeah. But I would have said it during the break as well, so no one's going to be watching.
Yeah, probably.
I should start calling other characters the wrong name.
That was I don't even know how or when that came about, but I love it. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I've got a question of the week.
Oh, go.
What would you have to be offered in real life for you to take a Dark One's gift?
It's a tough one.
Do we know what the curse is?
Just assume it's some bad shit.
Ooh.
But you're making a deal with the devil, right? So it's not going to be oh, and every time that this happens, you get a pat on the back and you feel great. Yay! It's going to be bad.
Endless soda stream. Never runs out.
Dream big.
I reckon I would pick a body that is always at max health. You're one of those annoying people that doesn't maybe you don't even need sleep. I guess you could say that, since it's, if I'm making a pact with the devil, go big, right? Don't need to sleep, always in perfect health, or always have 100% energy and never get sick. And yeah, that would be mine.
It's pretty good, God mode.
Yeah.
But anyone you touch dies. From there on, like Rogue from X-Men.
The King Midas touch.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Just being able to avoid, I think just being able to avoid natural death would be amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go for eternal life, but sure, why not? Actually, throw that in there. Or is that more of a curse? Maybe I'll just drop dead, go from perfect health to dropping dead at 100 or something. I don't know. We'll iron out the details.
Down on the 100th birthday party.
Hey, oh.
I'm just doing gymnastics on the floor, and they're amazing, and then just conk.
You're just having a really big 99th, the 100th is going to be a real downer. Nobody suspects anything.
Okay, we've got Baron's name here. Baron Brintel, Older Baron, High Lord Luciphane, Goldstar, Apollo, Untigan, Absol Farsol, Index, Codexia, Oberold, Brian Byram. And we only got 2 people in the chat got that. No kidding. I'm surprised actually.
It's a fancy family.
They mixed up Intersex and Codex. Losers.
Yeah.
Don't get anything.
How big of a stream do you have to be to have some deep lore like that? Just somebody knows it.
Yeah. We're not quite at that point yet. I think we need maybe 2 more zeros on the end of our like viewers list. We need like before that's going to happen.
So can anyone beat eternal health? What do you call it? God mode. What could be better? What would you
You could
guys
do like
wish
no
for?
clip, so you pass through walls and.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's very niche, but it would save you time walking around your house a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You'd never bump into anything,
sick.
which is good.
But do you have to do
But
it
then you'd be like
consciously?
at the start of Ghost, you know, when Patrick Swayze's trying to figure out how he can like kick that can. Oh, horrible.
Yes. Well, there's some angry guy in the. Where was the angry ghost? They taught him how
subway.
to. In the subway, yeah. Or
I've
maybe
seen
you.
Ghost pretty recently.
Yeah, honestly. Me too.
Really?
You know what I would
bad.
like?
Whoopi Goldberg.
What I would like is extremely good luck. And the reason why I would like this is that you'd always be surprised. You'd be like,
Would you?
something bad happened. Yeah.
You'd be like,
you'd
oh,
be like-
I'll go buy a lotto
'cause you-
ticket, I guess. 'Cause
You're not expecting something to happen, but you're like, I don't know, everything just seems to fall your way.
That's like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You know, something that really unlikely happens all the time.
Yeah.
That's how
Because that's
Yeah,
how randomness
spaceship.
works.
his spaceship works. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, what's it called? The
Incredibly
random.
improbable. Yeah, I've forgotten.
Okay.
Improbability drive, I think.
That's right.
Yeah. Random Origin says, oh, I know a question. He wants to know what the fuck is going on with Needle's story. That's fair. We got to a point where he needed to appear again, and it was really close to the previous one. I was like, look, I'll leave it till next week. And then we went on break instead because someone couldn't make it. So we ended up going on break and pushed it out. So I need to bring that back in now. I'm not prepared to bring it
Was
back
that random that said that?
It was. Yeah. Lyndon Hood said the infinite improbability drive.
Infinite, yeah.
Infinite, yeah.
It's good.
All right. That must be our 15 timekeeper. Joey, you still a timekeeper?
I didn't keep time this
Okay,
time.
that's all right. That's fine.
I forgot.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, it was about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Did you have it? Did
Oh,
you
no.
have one, Adam? Before we go back in,
Yeah.
given that you
Oh.
posed the question.
No, I was inspired by thinking when Bill got his thing, I was like, fuck, what I wouldn't have given for that when I was doing stand-up. It would have been great. Like, it felt like super relatable, actually.
So you would do it for the.
Nah, I don't think I would. That's the thing. Yeah.
So not that
Yeah.
relatable.
But it-
And
it
not
inspired
taking
the
no for
question.
an answer
Oh, yeah,
thing
yeah,
is
that's
like
fair.
actually really terrible. Not so much in D&D, but in real life it would be extremely bad.
Like, huge charisma and charm, but a complete dick if you
You're
don't
a
get your
monster.
way. So
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
like Elon Musk.
Narcissist. A sociopath narcissist.
Yeah, it's like, I think there are a
Could be
lot of minor
successful.
celebrities with
Yeah.
that complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would ruin every meaningful relationship in your life sooner or later, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't that the real curse of Strahd?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh my god, and he's trying to get with Irina, isn't he? He's like not taking no
And
for
she
an
said
answer.
no.
And he's real charming and shit.
Hold on. Is this the curse of Bill? Sequel.
This is my Barovia.
Better keep
Uh-oh.
Irina
Trying to be
away.
like, no.
Oh god.
We should get. You should ask Strahd, like, hey, can you leave, please? And he'd be like, no. Yeah,
That'll do
fuck
it.
you! What did you say?
Fuck you. What did you say?
He said no. He said, just
You
a
don't get to
broad.
tell me no. Through gritted
Get him,
teeth.
Bill.
All right. Just
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Shit. Okay, so we're back in the temple. Morley, you've just had your turn. It is the creature or thing within the statue. Its turn. The Germans. It's the Germans' turn.
Uh-oh.
Z Germans.
What's is the German going to do?
Oh, I can also take this lull to remind everyone that they have good berries on them, don't they? Just keep that in mind.
Oh, one of my skeletons had a good berry. Just see if they're dead.
Oh man, I really need to. I feel like. Okay, all right. What's going to happen? There's a bit of screaming within the head of the statue, as you can see. Actually, you probably only
But we
hear
can't hear
it.
it. We can't
there's no
hear
sound.
it.
There's no
It's
sound.
silence.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, that might change what I can do as well. It absolutely changes what I can do. Shit. Is all of this? I think everything. Oh no.
This is great. We love to hear this. This is great news for us, team. Unless it's not.
I mean, it's pretty. I think it's pretty good for you guys, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Silence has come in handy.
Hell yeah.
There's like a scrabbling. You can hear like just screaming and scrabbling.
We can't hear it.
You can't hear
No, we
anything.
can't.
Oh, okay. Well, that comes in. I'm just gonna. I'll cut back from our break. When I cut that out, this is where I come back now. You hear nothing. But that's
Disconcerting.
yeah. Okay. In that case, I'm not going to detail anything. It is the Baron's turn.
I'm not sure.
Oh shit! No, that doesn't work. One thing I do need. An attack of opportunity from 4 of your spiders.
Gladly. And they have a... What is it? Plus 3 to
3.
hit. I've rolled 9 plus 3, 16 plus 3, 2 plus 3, and 4 plus 3.
One of those hits.
I'm going to do 1d6 plus 1. I rolled a 1 plus 1 for 2
Okay.
piercing damage.
Okay, great. Oh, none of you know that has occurred. Okay, no one knows, but that one wolf spider has lashed out for some reason. Baron, it is your turn.
I think I'm going to get 2 skeletons to start sprinting down there towards the back passage.
Okay.
And the 3rd skeleton will aim their bow and arrow to see if anyone, any enemy appears in the distance.
Whereabouts? Can you move the tokens to where you are wanting them to
Just
be?
having a little bit of trouble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess.
So they're dashing, or
Yeah.
okay,
So. Yeah, they can go 60 feet. So
cool.
watch this. They can get to about there. Yep. So they run down the stairs, and I think Janet will stay at the top with a bow and arrow. And I'm not going to... I was going to think about doing fireball again, but I can't do it.
I've ruined everything.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Oh, no clumping, guys.
Cool. So that's your skeletons. What about the Baron?
There's not much I can do at this point. I don't want to kill the spiders. They're doing good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep an eye out, though, see if...
Yeah, and at that distance, like none of you can really see much because of how dark it is. Even the night vision users or dark vision users can't really see much of what's happening at that statue from the distance you're all at.
Well, maybe I'll get Vargas to run with the torch, pick up the torch at the bottom of the stairs from Terrence, who was killed,
Oh yeah, yep, we can do that. Let's
and run with it, like the Olympics.
yeah, we can add some light on.
It's a sports
Vargas
reference.
then.
Which I'm pretty good at.
Okay. Hopefully that started lighting up for you guys. So Baron, are you gonna ready anything, or just literally sit back and watch?
If I ready a spell, it uses that.
True. Okay. Mirakin, over to you.
well-
Oh, sorry.
No, I'll ready chill touch
Okay.
because that is the cantrip.
For anything specific, just
If I see a German appear from within the torchlight, it shoots 120 feet. So
okay. Cool. Mirakin, over to you.
American sort of recovered from the initial shock. Well, quite literally shock. Has she seen that Bill's cast silence? Is she aware of that?
You are aware probably that I don't know if it looks like anything when Bill is. It's a silent strum on your lyre or something, isn't it? It's some kind of.
Yeah.
So you unless he let you guys know about it, all you're aware of is that you can see now with a little bit of that light from Vargas's torch that you can see some movement around and on that statue, but there's no sound coming from that area.
I also said shut up.
And he did yell.
So
Shut up.
I probably know that he cast it.
There you go. Sure.
That's true. Yes, I've slightly recovered from the shock and humiliation, and I'm going to be like, oh, I cannot give them any further orders. They will not stop until it is ripped to shreds, whatever is up there. What have I done? Perhaps we should have left them alive. What have I done? Oh, well. I can't give them any further verbal commands.
Oh, that's it? That's just like...
I mean, they won't hear me if I yell.
That's a good
Will
point.
they? So, I will simply stand here and ready a dodge for my action.
Okay.
Or hide. Which one's better? Hide or dodge? We don't know. I don't know mechanically what the deal is with it.
Dodge just means if something attacks you, it's at disadvantage. If you're hidden, it just means they're probably less likely to target you, to be honest.
dodge is probably good if it's an area of effect.
I shall dodge.
And so you've kind of tucked your way sort of into that room with Baron off to the side of the landing. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my spiders will continue to attack relentlessly because that is what they've been told to do.
I'm not going to get you to roll anything. There's nothing for them to hit. They are in an empty head of a statue at this point.
Ooh, okay.
And they do not have the ability to open up what has been closed.
Someone's gone into an escape hatch, but we don't know that. Well, but would they would have seen if it had gone into...
That's what the opportunity attacks were.
So their command has been to rip them to shreds, so they will attack to claw and bite at wherever they saw this person abscond to.
Sure. Give me 4 rolls to hit.
11 plus 3. 8. Roll, you silly goose. 5 plus 3. 14 plus 3. 15 plus 3. And more of them also swarm in if they can fit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe another 1 could get in there. It's pretty tight. These spiders are pretty big, and there's only limited room in the head of this thing.
Yeah. 17 plus 3.
They all start just lashing out with what are they? With their teeth and their legs and their limbs, and they start just attacking down at the floor, basically. And can you give me 2d6 for damage? Okay,
I
that's
rolled a 5 and a 6 for 11.
okay. I'll just make a note of that. It's hard to sort of explain since you're not there to see it,
Yeah.
and they can't communicate to you what's going on. So I'm just going to leave it at that for the spiders. And American, you've what did you say? You just used the hide or the dodge? Sorry.
I ready to dodge.
Okay, cool. It is Casimir's turn, and he too is holding his breath. He's not sure what he should be doing next now that everybody else has stopped attacking and it just seems to be leaving it up to the thrashing of these wolf spiders. And he too just sort of steps back and readies a firebolt in case he sees any damage happening to those spiders.
You know what's going to happen, guys, right? This guy's going to escape out the butt.
Bill, over to you.
Hopefully Janet can catch him as he escapes out there, but
Bill is gonna dash. Wait, so we can't. So the darkness is gone.
The darkness at the top of the statue is gone now.
We can't hear anything,
Not a thing.
but we also can't see anything in that dark, like in the thing, like no movement. The only movement we would see would be like spiders.
Legs and thrashing of these spiders within the 2-foot holes.
Yeah,
So
I think Bill would try to get as far up this hallway as possible by dashing,
Okay.
which I think he can get to there.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he just makes a run for it and makes it halfway back up that broken hallway that the Amber Golem was stomping up. Morley, we're back with you.
I'm gonna it seems too early to pop my good berry. I'm not gonna do that actually.
Weird phrase.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna really I'm just gonna are these railings in front of me? Are they the kind of railings that I can see through and could like poke a weapon through, or are they
Yeah,
like
for
a
sure.
balustrade?
No, you can see through these.
All right. Because I'm hidden at the moment, I just want to ready my crossbow, and if I see anything that looks like a little German fiend racing around, I'm gonna take a shot with my crossbow at them.
Okay. All right. It is the enemy's turn. There's been a lot of noise. There's been a lot of noise coming from this temple floor at this point in time. And you may remember that the green light that was passing up and down, passing through the sort of slits in the wall, on the western wall, they've still been doing that this whole time as well. But they have suddenly taken a bit of an interest in the noise that's been coming from this hall. So I'm just adding them now into the turn order. There's silence. I'm just trying to take a look at what sort of distances everybody has with the darkness that's going on. Obviously, Vargas has got carrying a torch that's lit up a chunk of this room, but not the full room. Everyone else is too far away for their dark vision to capture what's happening. So again, I'll just say nothing.
Well, it's good that flaming green skull is going to come and help light it up for us.
Yeah. I'm just going to say nothing at this point for this enemy's turn, and we're going to move down. Next in turn are these skulls who each line themselves up against these archery holes on the western wall, and you can each now see just these skulls floating and bobbing with green flame licking up around them, now looking down and analyzing the room in front of them. That is all they're going to do this time. Mirakin, it's your turn.
I'm going to use my movement to follow Bill. 40 feet. Guess I'll be behind him because should I dash or not? Maybe I'll risk it for the dash. Scared of getting hit though. Dash? What's my movement speed? 30, so I could go 60 if I dash. Which would put me alongside, just ahead of Bill. So
Okay,
I'm gonna...
dashes.
Pardon?
2 dashes and you'll get there.
I'm gonna dash and hope that I don't get hit, but it's risky.
Your spiders are just continuously... I don't know, what would they give up if they're not having much luck with the floor?
I don't think so.
They just continue
Maybe?
just
I don't
continue
think so.
trying to eviscerate the ground. At what point do they disappear? Is this a concentration spell? Or?
Yes, it is, which is why I'm like, I hope I don't get hit.
Right. I'm just going to put a little marker on you as well then.
And you can take off the inspiration marker. I used it to no avail.
Oh, right.
So how many spiders am I rolling for?
5.
Okay, I've rolled a 16 plus 3, a 4 plus 3, a 13 plus 3, a 3 plus 3, and another 16 plus 3.
Give me another 2d6, please.
Another 5 and a 6 for 11.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Baron, back to you.
Okay, I guess Vargas and Sarah continue running up towards the silent area.
Oh, I've got other ones outside the statue that I can control, right?
But I thought they're in silence, so they can't hear you.
Oh, true. So they'll just be waiting to
Waiting
around
to
the
get in.
statue.
Aren't we mentally? Because I'm
No.
mentally connected to my undead. Pretty sure.
It has to be verbal commands for me.
I see. I think it's not that way for me, but they're already out of range. For me.
But they're swarming around the statue. Do they see anything?
Their focus is on that head, right? Their initial order
I guess
was get
the
into the
question
head.
is, would like when beasts are seeking their prey, they would seek an alternative way to get in to get them, so they'd circle around and around. Do you think that would be what they'd do, or is that like too cheeky?
I think that's a little meta. I don't think that if he was still in the head of the statue, that you'd be wanting them to scoot around the back. What do you think?
I'm just asking. I don't know. They could all be just looking at their watches, like waiting for their turn.
Yeah, like I imagine they're swarming over the head, waiting for a chance to get in, right?
Yeah, but if they, you'd seek an alternative entrance, but I don't know how smart
Okay.
they are.
Do they know there's an alternate entrance? You know,
Well, you'd say you seek one if you're trying to get in, but let's just say they're not smart enough to do that because I'm
they're
not
smart
trying
enough
to
to be
metagame.
like crawling around the head of this thing. But they don't think there might be a back door at the base of the stage.
I'm not
Okay.
saying that. I'm not trying to be that person. So
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
just say that they don't.
Yeah.
They don't. They just stay on the front just because I don't want to be like.
Sure,
OP or
sure.
whatever.
Spiders climb in your mouth when you're asleep. Probably not your butt.
So what are your skeletons up to, Baron?
They are dashing through the snow with Vargas has got his torch, and I've given them the message when they left to go to the back door and find a little German.
Okay.
If they do, kill him.
Okay.
So they are dashing around the back.
Halfway there, not even halfway to that position.
Oh.
The torchlight lights up what they see as. Wait a second, have I got the details here? Like an old wizened, grey-haired man. Man. So I'm just trying to find his details. He's got like golden robes on. He's got little golden spectacles and this magician's robe. He's got this big grey beard and he's holding on to this staff. But he just looks like a human, like an old man. And he seems shocked now that these skeletons have come running in and that light from the torch now has lit him up. And he's just sort of tucked under this landing at the back of the room.
Does Morley's ready attack pop off?
Yeah. You see him now, so feel free to roll for damage.
Daddy time.
What damage? What distance have you got?
320 feet.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Infinite.
Yeah, range.
Is that for what? Crossbow?
Yeah.
Because it might be at disadvantage at that range. Because there's 2 ranges, right?
Oh, there is. It says 80 feet / 320 feet.
So the 320 is at disadvantage. Anything past 80 is at disadvantage, and he is over 80.
Okay, so I need to attack again and take the lowest.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
One more time.
Oh, yes.
It's a 24 to hit, dealing
Shit.
7 damage plus 14 sneak attack damage.
Okay.
It's with disadvantage, a 24. Fucking hell. Good.
The first roll was a 25. Wouldn't you know it?
So 24. No, what was it? Sorry, 21 total damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So your bolt just shoots across through, and it gets lit up by this torch. Like passes through the light from it, and just smacks into the shoulder of this old man. And he screams out "Aye!" as it lands into his shoulder.
Does he? Does he though?
Does he though?
Oh, he's not in silence anymore.
Oh.
He's
So he's
just
under that block.
he's just out of the range, and so he's underneath
very good.
the landing. He's so he does. Aye! He screams out. Yeah. So that's done. It hasn't done the full damage that you might think it has, but it's done damage.
Cool.
Yeah. Was it anyone else? I think Casimir as well. Actually, now that you reminded me, he had something ready to go. He had Firebolt.
I had
ready.
a thing ready, I guess. My action was readied.
Everyone roll your stuff, man. Roll it. Casimir misses, so good on him, I guess.
Yes, good on him, because
He's tried. He tried.
the effort that counts, okay?
Yeah, it takes him by surprise, and he shoots off his firebolt that was like sizzling, ready to go, and he just gets the aim a little off and smashes up against one of the pillars holding up the landing.
Okay, so Sarah shoots and gets a 2+2.
That's a miss.
I also do a thing, which is Chill Touch. And that is a hand that shoots out. It's a 19 to hit. It's got a range of 120 feet. I've got my head poking
Yeah,
around the door.
that's a
And
hit.
it does 7 necrotic damage.
Yep.
Must have rolled a 10 plus 9.
7 necrotic damage. Okay, cool. Great.
Is he undead?
He just looks like an old man, an old human.
It's just
Man.
if he is undead, it has a different thing.
Right. No, he's not undead.
Not yet.
Give it 5 minutes.
And I've seen those green skulls poking out there.
Yeah.
Nasty little eyes. So that was that my stored action that went off just then?
Yes, yeah.
So do I get an action?
So your skeletons went first, which revealed this guy, and everyone's attacks went off. And so it's not really your turn yet. It's about to happen once your skeletons have finished.
Okay, well, they're going to run up and bash them with their short swords.
Okay.
Which is a +4 to... Oh, I should be doing +4, actually. Sure. And, oh, actually, it's +5. Oh, no. 1d6 +6 damage. Oh, so an 11 and an 18.
They go. What are they attacking with now?
Short swords.
So they've gone right up to him now. They've run right up. So
actually, they probably can't, and so because they have to dash to get that far, I think.
Right. Okay.
So bow and arrow.
Same roll. Just as they fire, he stomps his staff down into the ground, and a shield whips up over him, and the arrows go and just bounce off the magical shield he puts up.
You know that trick, son of a bitch. Okay. So do I get a action now?
Yes. Yeah. Now it's Baron's turn.
Seems pretty good. Okay. I am going to cast Fireball at those peeking toms, the green skulls.
Okay.
Ooh.
So a fireball, a mode of flame shoots out of my finger. Sorry. And hits the back wall and explodes. They have to roll a dexterity saving throw of 17 or take 30 fireball damage.
That's fire damage. That just splashes up again. That explodes and envelops them all. And just laughter erupts out of these flame skulls. It does nothing to them.
Okay.
Can't fight fire with fire, as it turns out. The idiom is incorrect.
Son.
Anything else from the Baron?
Just disappointment. It's going to be good. 30 damages. We're going to.
That would have been good.
But they loved it.
Yeah.
They do.
They're like, yummy, 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 yummy.
Casimir's, now that he sees that wizard-looking man, he's going to try and throw out a fireball. So the same sort of thing that you've been doing, just points his finger and a small spark darts across the room, lands over in the corner. He's trying not to get your skeletons clearly, and it just blossoms out and envelops that section of the room. We just need to get a dex save from the old guy, who seems quite spry for... No, he doesn't. No, I thought he was going to be quite spry. He goes to dodge out of the way as this... He goes to dodge as that spark shoots across, and he misjudges it and kind of dives into it as it erupts. Doing
his ankle on the way.
Doing 37 fire damage.
Ouch. Okay, they're showing me up with 37. I thought 30 was good. All right.
Okay.
I've hidden, by the way, into the shadows.
Oh, right. Okay. That sounds good. Casimir's looking pretty smug. He's looking pretty happy with himself. Bill, it's over to you now. Oh, you're
How's
mute.
this old guy alive?
I'm going to yell out to American, do you want me to drop the silence? So you can command your beasties.
Okay, well, the first question is, have I seen this guy? I don't see him on the map, so I don't know if I could see him from where I am.
I mean, yeah, there's a couple of arrow slits on the wall next to you as you're running down the corridor. I'd say that unless you were specifically trying to look out, you've just been running that whole time, just running up the corridor with Bill, with the focus being the end of that corridor. So I'd say you haven't seen him at this point.
I'd say, no, keep it up. We need to stop him from casting, because I'm going to assume that the silence is helping us.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna keep it up and dash. I get to there is 45 feet. I know about the green guys, don't I?
Yep, yeah, you're well aware of them. You're probably not aware that they're lining up at the walls at this point as you're running, also sprinting down this corridor with Murikin.
Oh, okay. In that case, then I probably would run out to here.
Cool. And as you run out, you now notice the green light is quite intense in this room on that side, and you see these floating skulls now sort of cackling. They're cackling out.
How far out of the door do I get before I notice?
Like, you notice that as soon as you turn that corner to go out onto that landing.
Okay. I go here and I go, oop. And I stay there.
Okay, stay back on the other side. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Anything else? No? Okay, cool. Morley, over to you.
None of those green flaming cells have come through into this main chamber room, have they?
No, and it doesn't look like they'd be able to fit.
Okay. From my position, I can see the arrow slits, and I can just see the hint of a token. Am I to assume that means I can just see kind of a hint of one of them as Morley?
They would be considered...
Can get a shot off?
They'd be considered 3/4 cover.
Yeah, that seems like a waste.
Yeah, I mean, the purpose of those holes is to be able to stay safe while you're firing arrows down into anyone that may sort of make it into this area.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to ready another action and try and provide some ear cover for Bill or American if they need it. So I'm going to have my bow out and sort of pointing towards the back of the room, and if I see anything start to erupt from there, I'm going to fire off another shot.
Okay. Cool. It is the old man's turn. And how do I describe this? 1 second. Is there a specific description for this? No, I guess there's not. He just disappears out of existence. Just poof, just disappears from the spot. And you all look around sort of like different parts of different corners of the room. And Morley, you just feel a sort of small gust of wind as the old man just appears right next to you, and he holds out one finger pointing direct, like he like just appears on the balcony, right? He doesn't know you're there. He just appears on the balcony, and he looks around. And actually, you did you use the hide last? I don't think you did. You did. All right. In that case, he sees.
I've been hiding this whole time behind the railings.
In that case, he sees Casimir. He just like lands on the balcony, looks around, looks left and right, sees Casimir, points one of his old skeletal fingers at Casimir, stamps his staff down into the ground, and this sort of creeping dark green energy flows out of his finger and just shoots directly into Casimir, who just screams out in agonizing pain.
Sickening, right? No.
Doesn't Morley have like a prepped action, or is it specifically for me and Bill that he was holding fire or something?
I was aiming it towards the back of the room and waiting for something to happen there, but like I definitely see this guy appear next to me. I don't know.
We can say that you
rolling.
We can say that you spin around and take a shot, but it has surprised you, so we'll take it with disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm in two minds about whether I'd want to do that, because then I'm going to give away my position.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
And like I'm not going to be able to prevent. Am I going to be able to prevent this shot on Casimir by doing this, or no?
We have no idea. We have no idea until you try.
Oh, all right. I'll I won't die wondering then. I'll try and shoot him. I'll just try and shoot him in the back.
All right, sweet. Roll to hit with disadvantage. This has surprised you.
You've got inspiration if you need it, by the way. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to use it. I always
seems a good
forget
time to use it.
You could cancel
time to
out the
use it.
disadvantage.
Yeah, and I'm such a great roller normally that this will be.
Well, you've been rolling well
Fantastic.
tonight. 25.
That's a net 1, folks. That's a net 1.
And that one. Okay.
Net 1.
Okay.
Casimir gets shot.
Give me a
in the
D.
face.
Give me a D100, please. Let's see how bad of a roll. We haven't had one of these in a very long
I killed
time.
Casimir immediately.
Because it's a sneak attack as well. This is.
How dare that inspiration be used to make a nat 1? That's so unfortunate.
Wait, no, he didn't
It's a
use it.
50.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he used it to even out. But,
I wasted mine as well, so don't feel bad.
like
It's
that's
50.
okay. All right. So, you spin around and shoot the arrow, and it pings off, like soars past this old guy, but just from the surprise, you spin, and the spin knocks you hit like the barrier that you're hiding behind, and it knocks your crossbow down into the room in front of you. So it just drops, ka-dink, and drops down. You're no longer with your crossbow as it lands 20, 30 feet below you in the room into the darkness.
Sick. Yep.
But we have obviously got a roll that we need Casimir to do, which was a Constitution saving throw. Casimir, Constitution saving throw. He has rolled a 13, which was not enough, as the spell Finger of Death courses through Casimir, doing 64 damage and dropping him to the ground in a dead state.
Finger of death.
And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Oh, what a shame. Is what Morley says.
Oh, darn.
Oh no.
He won't be able to
no
make
good.
that pact with the devil after all.
Can I run back to that room and I'll be trying to pull that fucking darkness out of it? Yeah, give me that invincibility. Give it to me. I need it right now.
So I was about to cast that on you, Adam. I was going to cast that on you until you said you were hidden.
Yeah.
And you mean until I was hidden?
Until I remembered you were hidden.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I was going to do loads of cool stuff as well that didn't work out.
Came this close to be fingers.
Yeah. To death.
To death. Oh my gosh.
It's not good at all.
It's the opposite of good.
That is aggressive.
Man. But I almost called him Clarence. Casimir.
What about
How
that?
much hit points has he got? Not 64. That's a massive
None.
damage.
No, he's got
None.
0 right
Right.
now.
Reagan
Yes,
said
none.
he was when Reagan said he was in a dead state, I was like, oh, he's perma-dead right
Oh, sorry,
away.
dying state.
Oh, I was like, he's literally dead forever is what I took from that.
Oh, right.
Oh, wow, okay.
So you need to do
Okay,
like
so we might
double
be able
their
to save
max. Double their max to do an instant death, eh?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So it was close, but it wasn't.
It depends on how much life they have, though. Like if
Oh,
they
yeah.
have, if they only have 1 life left, if you do that 1 plus their full health,
1 HP left.
yeah.
What?
So if you say you have 50 health, right?
Yeah.
But you only have 1 health left before
Yeah.
you go unconscious. If you do 51, I'm pretty sure it's an instant death.
I've never heard of that.
I don't know.
I thought I had to do double
I
their
have been
max
confused
at once.
about this in the
But
past.
yeah, we'll have to look at either way. He's just in a dying state at this point.
Either way, Casimir's not okay.
He's not doing too well right now.
I'm glad I've run away from where I need to be. So
You need to teleport over.
I've run as far as I can in the opposite direction of where I need to be.
You've got Misty Step.
That
made me
won't
proud.
get me all the way. But yeah, but
running
also
out
like
of
I'm like, does my
spells.
character know that he's over there murdering my boy Casimir?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading the rules. So I was right. So when damage reduces you to 0 hit points and there is damage remaining, you die if the remaining damage equals or exceeds your hit point maximum.
I didn't know that.
Wait, what? Say that again?
So when damage reduces you to 0 hit points and there is damage remaining, right?
Oh, I see.
You have 1 hit point
Yeah.
and the damage is 51 points.
Yeah.
You die if the remaining damage equals or exceeds your hit point maximum.
Right.
All right. So
if
it's
it was, it would be you'd get like minus 50 health, and if your health was 50, then you'd be dead forever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unless somebody has a like resurrection spell. But yeah, you can be insta killed.
Jeez. I didn't know that.
This makes it even worse, doesn't it?
Yeah. That wouldn't that have been a weird way to find out? Like just checking the rules. Oh shit, Baron, you're dead for forever. Okay.
You died.
Oh, all right.
I would have said no, but like, check the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it happens. I am running out of spell slots. So I've only got one 5th level spell slot, and I've ticked it as full, but I can't remember using any 5th level spells.
I don't remember you.
Back.
Have you got 5th level spells?
Oh, I've got Steel Wind Strike for my anime.
Yeah,
I don't.
Nice.
Because we haven't had a rest since coming up the hill, right? So fighting that goat.
You rested at the tower, at the gates.
Ah. I definitely haven't used the 5th level spell.
No. I don't think you have.
Or even, yeah. I'm pretty cheap with my... miserly with my spell slots.
I did like you trying to attack fire with fire, though. I thought that was... Actually, I feel kind of bad. I probably should have... I don't know. I can't remember if you guys used fire against them previously or not.
No, it's my fault. This is fine. Isn't it?
I think we tried throwing a blanket on them or something.
That's right. No, there was a sexy zombie that threw a shirt over it, and then it just went up in flame. The shirt just went up in flame. Yeah. Yeah.
A drama.
Casimir's
try
dying.
that again.
Do you guys even care that Casimir's dying, or was he a bit of a liability?
I care if he dies.
Yeah. Look, I won't be celebrating it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would...
I mean, he has the best information we know about to help cure the curse of Strahd.
Does he?
Yeah, he's the one who brought us here.
Yeah, but he's never been in here or knows anything. He hasn't told us anything.
He was a lead. He was a good lead.
He knew.
Was talking about the
Rest in peace.
Man,
I won't celebrate him dying, but
you've all turned on him like so fast.
What do you mean turned on him? I haven't turned
Like,
on him.
just don't worry about him.
no, but I just don't. I don't think he actually knows anything. He's here.
That's
He's
not
here
to
to
say we
try
want
and
him
bring his
dead.
sister back.
He knew about the gifts.
Yes, well,
We've found those now.
He
so
didn't
get the
know
fuck
about
out.
the gifts. He thought there might be some way. He didn't know. He thought there might be some way to bring his sister back. And upon touching the first block, he was like, "Oh shit, this thing's giving out like cool shit. Let's see if I can find one.
Giving out cool shit.
Let's see if I can.
Like a
This is
gadget.
what he's
Gadget.
thinking. He's thinking of this is how I can bring her back. I can find something in one of these.
He knew about the dark ones, right? Vaguely.
He knew about those.
So sick of this little German guy right now.
He's tough. I didn't want to kill him.
Yeah.
I heard about a little gold robe and gold glasses. I was like, maybe we can be friends. But no.
After wasting Mirakin with like lightning and stuff, you're just like friends.
I thought I thought maybe, and we killed 4 of my skeleton, or 3 of my
True.
skeletons. I thought like, oh, maybe it's a misunderstanding. He's just protecting. Like, he's wearing a little gold outfit, gold glasses.
That's the real draw for you. It's like, how can he be a bad person? He's fabulous.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not wearing like evil like little hood or something. I thought maybe he's in here trying to get rid of these skulls or something, but no.
Adam, what would 64 damage have done to Morley?
Got fingered.
It would have taken me to a dying state.
Okay. Alright, cool.
Yeah. Those spiders were great until they weren't great.
They were pretty good. You didn't know that there was like a little hatch for him to secret himself away under.
Oh, I guess we'll find out next time if Casimir survives.
Or even if he doesn't.
After thinking about it though, there's got to be some way to get up and down from that skull, right? Unless he was climbing.
He teleports around as a fucking son of a bitch with his glass.
Well, he
got golden shit.
He would have teleported himself out earlier if that silence wasn't there. So that was like shit. How is he going to get out of this damn thing?
Okay,
So
well he got
the
some
silence was
extra
good.
peeps in there.
Yeah. He's definitely he's damaged. He's definitely damaged.
Fuck, why is he so strong? He's a wizard, right?
He is a wizard.
Because he lives at the Amber Temple.
Right. In a head.
It's like living at the gym. You get real buff because you just be on the machines all the day.
Imagine seeing someone that lived at the gym, eh? They'd be like ripped as fuck. Oh, they loves it. Yeah, there's all his rent goes into the gym. There's a bed on the
shower.
weights on it.
He doesn't need a bed. He just lies on that thing that you do the.
Yeah, that's his bed. Yeah, as he's snoring, he's like
sleep.
bumping iron.
Spot me in my sleep.
That's what this motherfucker's like, but he's in a head of a wizard.
Sucking up magic all day long.
Oh my god.
I do like that. Basically, you're right outside you're right next to the entrance into this place as well. One wrong step when you first came into this place could have triggered this whole thing as well.
Well,
Imagine if we had to
just
fight this
delayed
guy and the golem at the same time.
Yeah.
and the fucking skulls, which they're about to fucking rain terror on us, probably.
Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe.
They've got limited range. Like, they can't see everything. That's for sure.
Ah, okay.
It's pretty limited. Just as like it's hard to get to hurt them, they've got limited range with what they can see as well.
Better not target Vargas.
Isn't Vargas is over there? I don't think they'd be able to see.
He's got a little torch.
Them. Yeah, I need to take a look at, do some mapping out of what they can see. I reckon.
I've almost hidden in that hole in the floor. That's how hidden I.
Oh, don't forget that the last time you were near that hole in the floor, I didn't realize you'd backed off that far. The last time you guys looked down that hole, it sort of ventured down to the ground beneath where you could see green light moving around.
Okay, well maybe I won't.
I didn't realize you had gone over to that hole. Yeah, because that could be fun as well.
Fucking green skulls everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll say we call it there. I think if we're all good for next week, we'll be there same time next time. Thank you to all of our sponsors, our subscribers, and our Patreon supporters. We had a couple of followers extra today as well. What did we have? We had a lot of people getting unlocking cards tonight, which is great.
Oh.
We had Passive Perception rated us with a party of 5 earlier, which is awesome. Thank you so much for that.
What a show.
Don't say party of 5.
Yeah. Memories.
Fucking awful.
Party of 5 watch party, everyone. Wolfware88 gave us a follow. QSD resubscribed for his 5th month. Thank you so much, QSD. And I think I've got the list of our. Oh man, I don't. Where are they? I don't know. You guys weren't expecting a German, were you?
You say it like a verb.
We got germed. We did get germed.
Colonel Clink. And...
Look, his name sounds very German, so I gave him a German accent.
Why? What's his name?
Well, if
Colonel.
you find out, not all colonels are Germans. If you talk to him, you might find out his name. I don't know. I'm not going to give you his name. Yeah.
We'll see.
Before you kill me, engage me in conversation.
Yeah, I was going to talk to him. He's just fucking killed Casimir.
All right, so patrons: Andrew Mitchell-Moore, Squished, Calzone, Drop Shadow, QSD, George Friend, Foolish Fool, Waffles, and our very own Adam, John, and Joe. Thank you guys so much for being supporting us every month, as well as our subscribers supporting us every month as well. Here, it's disappointing. No, it's not disappointing.
Good on you.
We also have a Discord that gets.
Hope you fail.
Random says he supports Adam's opium habit, which is that the painkiller you're off dropping into your Sprite?
Well, they are an opioid.
Yeah. True. QSD just reminded me that he's actually one of the elite dicers now with a Patreon and Twitch sub now that he subscribed here today as well. Thank you so much. That's alongside like Squished and Waffles, I believe, and Foolish Fool and Drop Shadow. I believe you guys are all the elite few that are like heavy supporters. You guys rule. Thank you so much. Yeah, we've got a Discord. Come and say hi if you're not already in there. All of our previous sessions are up on YouTube, so you check those out, as well as in podcast format everywhere. There's like a New Zealand Web Fest, which is a Web Fest like awards show. They've got a new category, and it's like stupid specific. It's podcast of an actual play, so which is what we do, but the only entrants are allowed from people who stream live. So that's like perfect. Most other actual play New Zealand podcasts don't stream, so we're golden.
Don't they?
No, they just like
an award category so niche that we made place.
It's just so
It's
niche.
our only hope that
Yeah.
no one else is doing it. Come on, guys, we got this.
So I think there's like maybe 2 others, I think, that I can think of, and I follow all the news.
I could get
On the podium, guaranteed. Amazing. It's a win. It's a huge W.
There'll be one you haven't heard of that has like
Yeah.
100,000 subscribers and
Something
they'll
like that.
automatically win.
Yeah. But I'll apply for that, and I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
I think you guys are.
Don't worry about it.
I think you guys are awesome to listen to. The ones that I'm gonna push out episode 1 of Morley's origin story, just because I think that was a really concise, really nice session where it's not grabbing like our very first session where we were like trying to find what we're trying to do. We're all quite experienced. It's got a really good story. You guys are amazingly easy to listen to and enjoy. So I'll put that out, and hopefully that goes well. I believe in you guys. I think you guys are fantastic. I think you guys are
And
just
if it
so
doesn't,
good.
I got a good feeling that we're going to clean up at the Dicey's that are. I think those awards are later this year.
That's true. We need to make our own awards show that we can win.
To enter, you need to be an actual play podcast that streams as well, but you have to stream on a Monday night. And I have
Monday
to
night.
Western suburbs area.
has to be specifically Wellington based, and
they have to be playing Curse of Strahd.
and they have to be that's right.
7:30 to 10 p.m.
How did we lose this?
And the award for best bard goes to somebody else.
Yeah, what the fuck?
See or something.
Yeah.
Casimir.
I think we'll definitely do a Dicey's award for sure. That we just give ourselves pats on the back.
We need to win.
We need to win something.
Dominate.
Yeah.
Esmeralda.
If we don't place on that other one, we'll do the Dicey's.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you guys for playing. You guys are awesome. And we'll be here at the same time next time. Good night.
Thanks, Reagan. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye,
All
all.
right, good night, everyone.
In my abandoned home.
I'm just waiting. Oh no, we're not. You're not.
No, no snap cam. Sorry, you disappeared this
alright.
time, Adam.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Good night, everyone.
A reprieve. Goodbye.